Can you hear me now?
Okay,
Okay.
let's just go ahead and switch back. Because I
Okay.
think that was the only problem, was that
How do I
when
sound?
I
Can you guys?
end my stream, it auto mutes both of those things. You sound fine.
You're echoing for
Okay.
me, Brianna.
Okay. Is it because you unmuted in the call?
Yes, I unmuted in Streamlab. Or
Okay.
I'm muted right now. I'm muted in Streamlab.
Let me see. Technical difficulties are always fun.
Yay.
Darn, we
Um,
need to get on like 30 minutes before.
yeah. That's why I was on 30 minutes before. um, okay, so you hear me with a echo. I don't really know how to fix that other than you just mute me
I
on the
can live with
call.
it if no one else can, yeah.
If you just mute it on the call, it should be
Or maybe
fine.
I just have Brianna muted on Discord because I hear her through Streamlabs, so
Okay, that
and that's
works.
working for
As
Oh
me.
long as
yeah,
you
It
can
see
sounds
hear
like
that's
me.
shit, but I hear it.
yeah, okay, yeah, I hear you from through
Yeah.
Discord now too.
Okay.
Okay, so if I was muted, then I was saying that the split fiction, that's what it's called, right?
Yeah, split
Yeah.
fiction.
Yeah, I was saying that I'm excited for it too, and that two games from the developers was also It Takes Two and One Way Out or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I haven't tried that one yet, but I have it in my library to try, and I have tried It Takes Two, and it is actually a really stunning game. Like the
Yeah,
graphics look
I've
really
heard great
good, the
things.
picture looks really good. We haven't finished it yet, but it's like on the list. Yeah, there's always so many games to play, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Sarah are gonna do a playthrough of It Takes Two soon. I don't think either of us have played it yet, but I've
Yeah,
seen people play it.
I only really got to play the beginning of it and then that was it. So
Yeah.
I'm
We
looking forward to playing it.
Yeah, I think Jesse and I like got to the part where we're in the house now and then just stopped and haven't gone back because we had technical difficulties once.
Oh
But
That's
yeah.
always the
wanna,
situation, isn't
yeah,
it? Technical
wanna
difficulties.
finish it. Yeah, and it makes me log out of Sims because I use Sims on his account, but It Takes Two makes me have my own EA account, and so I
Oh
always have
yeah.
to relog into Sims, and I play Sims way more, so I'm like annoyed because I have like 20 expansion packs there, and on my account I have nothing. So
Yeah. I wish EA didn't have stuff like that. Like I wish
I
EA was
know.
in shit.
Yeah. But still,
But
that game does look super awesome, and I
yeah, it looks
totally love
amazing.
how it's like fantasy and sci-fi, two really interesting like genres to like jump through.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I
I
like
think
the
I'd want to
idea
be
of
the
switching
fantasy
back and
chick.
forth for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
think I'd
that's
want
fair.
to. Yeah,
I
I'm
think
like, I pick her.
I think one of my favorite things about the trailer was just
Oh, the trailer's
seeing how
cool.
not only do you switch back and forth between the fantasy and the sci-fi, that looks fucking fun, but also just it looks like every fucking level is unique. Like every level has different mechanics of ways to beat it, and you like discover new ways to do things as you play, and it doesn't seem like it's just another button to press. Like it's actually something you
Mhm.
have to do differently, and that
Yeah.
looks really fucking cool. I'm
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
excited for
yeah.
that. I also read an article written by someone that had played the game with I believe the director of the studio that made it, and they said that they were astounded. They went in basically blind, and they were just astounded with how great it was. So I'm
Yeah.
super pumped for that one. Split Fiction looks
I know.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And I like I said, it looks beautiful too, just from the pre or the video, the
Mhm.
trailer. Beautiful graphics and everything. And like I said, It Takes Two has a lot of similar, like really pretty things. So
Yeah.
when you guys try it out, you can tell me about it too.
Oh,
For sure.
absolutely.
I'll
Yeah.
probably be streaming it, so
Yeah.
Hmm.
I know. I gotta finish that one too. We just gotta buckle in.
yeah.
That one's also got a really cute story to it too.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard I've heard really great things about it, and I've heard good things about pretty much all the games that that studio has come out with. So I'm excited.
Yeah, they constantly put out
That looks like a
bangers.
good
Like,
one.
as soon
Yeah.
as I heard that they were coming out with a new game, I was like, oh, hell yeah. And then the trailer came out, and oh my God, it was just
Yeah.
everything I wanted and more. Like, I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
But also,
yeah.
you get dragons in
Yeah,
Splatoon.
I
That's
know
yeah.
that's gonna be fun.
I know
It
you get a
really
little
is.
best of both worlds type of thing. And I love how they do the whole so when you play their games, you actually, even though you're playing on two different devices, it's split screen, so you can still see what the other person's doing on your screen.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
when it comes to points, it will like jump you guys in and the screens come combined and stuff, but you just get used to it. And then certain things like you have a mechanic that the other person has to help you use and vice versa.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Actually, there was another game that was announced that has something similar where it's like puzzles that you have to complete together on either side,
Hmm.
and that one was Stage Fright. That one
Oh,
looks
yeah.
super cute, different graphic
Oh
style for
yeah.
sure, but
Hmm.
it has a similar thing where I saw like they were both running on separate sides of something, and then you step on a um, pressure plate or something like that, and somewhere else it turns on something that will freeze the monster as it runs past. That's
Yeah.
fun. Like that just looks
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that
a
does.
good way to cooperate with your friends while playing, and that
Yeah,
looks
and it's from the
awesome.
creators of Overcooked, so I'm
Yes,
like
one of my
wondering
favorites.
how that'll look because I loved Overcooked. I mean, you and me played that.
You and
That
me beat the
was
entire
yeah,
second game together,
yeah,
yeah.
we did. I could use some more Overcooked too, so I hope they
Dude,
do more
yeah.
of that. But
I miss
this one
it.
does look good too. Yeah,
I miss that game a lot, but
you go
it's
through stages.
just you need more people.
Oh, I
We
know,
never had a
but
third or fourth person.
yeah, you and me were good with finding a good rhythm and flow with how to get
Yeah.
get there ourselves.
It took
Yeah,
us a while to get the harder levels figured out though. Like we had to try them
yeah.
several times. But it's a great game and I'm excited to see what they do with Stage Fright. They didn't
Oh,
show a
same.
whole lot of the gameplay
I know they
in the
didn't.
video,
I
but
watched the trailer,
it's
yeah.
still early, so like they don't even
Yeah.
have a release date yet. So it's kind of understandable that they don't really have a lot of footage from in game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just
Mhm.
their announcement. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you, Sarah, want to talk
Yeah.
about Dispatch since you have several people in that cast that you
Um,
love. I love as well.
I mean, yeah, I'd say that we have like the equal amount of people, but yeah, I mean, the person that I'm the most excited for and I guess the most proud of is Jacksepticeye because I've been watching him for years. He was like my entire teenagehood, like he raised me. So I'm just really proud of him. He's in Dispatch with Laura Bailey, Travis Willingham, and Matthew Mercer. Like that's fucking amazing. Like
Yeah,
I don't know.
lucky guy gets to work with all
Yeah,
of them.
Oh,
very,
yeah,
very
that
lucky.
that trailer looked really good. It's
It
actually
looks
on my
fun.
wish list now. I
Yeah,
wanna get
me
it.
too.
It
Yeah.
looks like a lot of fun.
And it's
Yeah.
got Aaron Paul, who's amazing, obviously.
Mhm.
And then a couple more YouTubers that I'm aware of that are going to be in it are Moist Critical and Joel Haver, which are both I love Joel Haver's videos. He's hilarious. I don't watch a whole lot of Moist Critical personally. Sean does, but I've seen a lot of his videos. So it's gonna be really cool to see all of those people together in a
Yeah.
video game. I'm so excited, and I
Oh,
know it's
it's bet it's gonna be really silly too. I love it.
yeah, yeah, it's supposed to be like a workplace comedy kind of thing.
Hmm.
So that
Oh,
seems
yeah,
really
it was
fun.
funny in the trailer too.
Yeah,
I
for
wanna I
sure.
wanna play it.
I think
And I actually didn't fully know that it was all of like the Critical Role cast and stuff too. I
yeah,
love Laura Bailey and
me too.
all of them and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
So that'll
there's
be
three of
good.
them, so I'm so excited about that.
Yeah,
Like, we
that'll
don't
be
really
really
get a lot of
fun.
yeah.
projects with a ton of them in it, so yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
which is
excited.
also why I liked the last game so much that Laura Bailey and Ashley Johnson did. I can't
Oh
remember what
yeah,
it's
Stray
called
Gods.
now. Stray Gods, thank you.
Yeah.
That one was really fun. I think it's going to be a similar style of
Oh,
gameplay where it's like mostly narrative.
that one I
Yeah,
Um,
had
it
on my
kind of
wish
looks like
list for
it.
a while because that one looked pretty good too.
Yeah.
yeah, I personally enjoy narrative games when I feel like just
Hmm.
being lazy and not putting in a lot of work, but I definitely understand why some people don't.
I love a good
Yeah.
story. If it has a
Yeah.
really good story to it, then it's a good fun time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just got Little Misfortune, and that one's always been like a pleasant little story that you just hit A or B. Like And that one's
Oh yeah.
really funny.
I watched a
Yeah.
playthrough of that. I didn't play it personally myself, but that was a really good game.
Yeah, I it always goes on sale for pretty cheap, but it's a really fun little game. At first, I was gonna have Lydia watch it, but then I was like, nope, too inappropriate for her age.
Yeah. A little too young for that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she just loves the whole click getting to pick the option thing, and I'm like, well, we gotta find one that's more
Yeah.
on your level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I will
Yeah.
say, since it seems like it's going to be a mostly narrative game, I
Mhm.
am curious to see how much your choices are going to matter. Like it seems like that they are going to. I'm just
Yeah.
curious to what extent. Like how different is the endings going to be? Is it going to be just one ending that is going to happen that way no matter what, or are there like a handful of possible endings? I'm really
Mhm.
excited to find that out because I'm curious to see how much they can make it different for replayability purposes, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I love games that have tons of different choices. Like I like
Yeah.
being able to replay games and having a new experience every
Mhm.
time. Like that's I mean, I think the biggest one for me is Detroit Become Human. Like that game can change so much based on one decision. And so like I'm very excited about Dispatch and I hope that it's kind of similar.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've liked a lot of the horror versions, like Until Dawn,
that's good.
and
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
one. Yeah, I have that one on the PS5, but I want to get it on my. I have it on my wish list, and
Did
I'll
you
look
play the
into
Corey
King's
yet?
Quest for Lydia. Yeah, I
So good.
have the Quarry. I have it on my like PS4, but I could put it into the PS5 and it would work. I've been always wanting to play on my computer now, so it's hard for me to play the system games. I did
Yeah.
Yeah.
pick up the controller the other day though and played some old school Crash Bandicoot with Lydia, thinking
Nice.
she was gonna die pretty easily, and she actually held her own pretty well. There were some things that she was doing better than me. It's like
Nice.
it's the Mario. The Mario's been getting her ready for things like that.
Prepping her. Get
Yeah,
her skills trained and all that.
yeah. But yeah, I like those games
Yeah.
too. So
I
Dispatch definitely looks like a lot of fun
I
also.
do hope there's a
Mhm.
little bit of like I hope there's at least a little bit of like gameplay like cuz it says in the description that Dispatch is going to be like part of the goal is you're working towards becoming a hero. I guess like your mech suit was destroyed and so now you're working as superhero Dispatch. But it also mentions working towards your goal of becoming a hero. So I'm curious if like once you reach that, is that the end of the story, or do you get to do some fighting? Because that
Well,
would
it
I
be
feel
fun.
like
also
it'll
from
continue, yeah.
yeah, well, from the preview, it showed that you were a hero before and then
Yeah,
your suit broke. So maybe it'll in the game it'll have you play a little bit of the before when the suit
that could be
breaks
fun.
Mm.
and it leads into it, but I don't know also.
I mean,
Who
that is a
knows
pretty
how they'll
popular
start
thing
it.
sometimes. Like,
Yeah, a little bit
you'll
of
start
prequel.
out like super OP and then it'll get taken away from you and then you
Yeah,
start from level one basically. But so yeah, I could see that being an option. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
yeah, that
who
could be
knows?
fun. I hope there's at least a little bit of fighting, but I'm also okay with it if it's just narrative because I do enjoy those. But it's a superhero game. I want to fight, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to at
Yeah,
least fight
I'm
someone.
I like the narrative.
It does look
If
like
there's
Aaron Paul's character at least gets punched in the face by Laura Bailey's. So there's at least some kind of fight.
I'm here for that,
yeah.
honestly. She can punch me in the face if she
She can
wants
punch
to.
me too. Please do.
I say like if someone like, "Oh, give me $1 million and punch me in the face," but I don't know. One of you okay, I feel like I would get punched in the face for $1 million,
I'd
but
get
I'd be
punched in the
like
face for 1,000.
I'd probably be
By
like doing
Laura
this the whole
Bailey?
time,
By
like,
Laura
"Oh,
Bailey, I'd do it
I."
for free. I'd pay
That's what
her.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Well, see, no, I don't know if I'd have anyone punch me for free. I don't really feel like I'd
I don't
want
think
that.
she
So
would, but if she wanted to, I'd let
yeah,
her.
I know. I just don't think there's anyone that I'd be like, "That's not me," because it hurts. I'm like a wimp.
Well, yeah,
But then again, I
I
have
am too.
tattoos too. Like it's different types of pain. I guess I'm scared of the idea of it. I don't actually know how much it would hurt because it's never really happened. So I guess I need to
Yeah.
get punched to know. So I could test a black eye. Someone hit me.
I've wow.
see if it hurt.
I've definitely never gotten punched in the face, but I did
Yeah.
grow up with an older brother, so I at least know what it's
Yeah,
like
pretty close.
to get punched a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a mark right here,
I froze.
Uh-oh.
close,
Uh-oh.
but was I freezing?
You cut out a little bit, but I think you're
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, you're okay now, I think.
Oh, well, I got punched like right here one time, so
Oof.
I did get a face punch, but I don't think it hurt very much, except she had a ring, so she did cut
Ooh.
me. So if there was no ring, it wouldn't hurt as much. But if there's a
Yeah.
ring,
Yeah.
yeah, no.
Yeah, no rings, just
Yeah. Please take off
just
all
knuckles.
rings before punching me in the face. Even if
Yeah.
you are paying me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or I'm paying you. Whichever.
If you're-
I don't know. I don't want
Yeah.
to pay them to punch me unless
I'm
it's Laura
paying you.
Bailey.
Oh my goodness, talk okay. This is like off topic a little, but I was watching this show about like being hidden in a relationship, and I found out that this guy had a financial dominatrix. So that's someone who he gives half his paycheck to, and she can sometimes help him with money, but she like takes his money. And it's like, how do you become a financial dominatrix? How do
Right?
you find people that are just willing
Can
to
I
give you
do
half their
that?
paycheck? Like looking for idiots that
Yep.
will give me half their paycheck. Like how'd she
Please
get that
sign me
career?
up.
Yeah, I'll take half your money right here. Send it to me.
I'll take all of it too. Like,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
want to give
Give me
it.
your
that
check.
too. Like he and the girl ended up keeping him. It's like, oh, good for you then.
Oh.
Like
Well,
he
free money, I
apparently he cut
guess.
ties, and she could take half his paycheck instead. So she got a win-win there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah, not really. How do you find those careers? I'm like, seriously, how do you find the suckers that are like, I just need to get rid of half my paycheck? Like,
Yeah, I know, right? Like, I
why
want to
haven't
talk
they
to them,
graced
Some
please.
people are
me?
just
Yeah,
into that. I don't
exactly.
know. I don't know how to find them, but they exist, I
There's
guess,
got to be a
somewhere.
forum. There's like a forum, and
There's
you're just like,
definitely apps for that. Like, for sure. I
Mhm.
just don't think I want them on my phone.
well, also, how do
Yeah.
you get into that? How do you one day decide, I'll just give half my paycheck to this chick?
I don't know. I don't know how that starts. You'd have to find one and ask.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I couldn't tell you because I don't think there's anything that would make me want to do that.
Yeah, I was
I,
just
I mean,
thinking
I've
that too,
always made
like,
like no money, so
yeah.
to think
Yeah.
about sharing it, oof.
Sharing it for free
For
too,
free,
like,
yeah, no.
I don't know about that.
um, but another game that I'm really excited for.
Mhm.
Really excited. Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet looks
Oh,
so good.
yes.
I've loved every Naughty Dog game I've either played or watched people play. It
Mhm.
they're all great. Like I haven't
Yeah.
seen a single disappointing one. And that one has a badass female lead. So
Mhm.
there's that. That's obviously going to win points for me.
Yeah.
Sci-fi also going to win points.
Absolutely. Especially the
But
the style of sci-fi that they chose for it. I
yeah.
feel like I am just gonna love so much once I get my
Mhm.
hands on that game, whenever it
I'm really
comes out.
pumped.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have a release date, so who knows? My
Unfortunately.
biggest
Oh, I know. It does look
upset is
really
that
interesting, though.
it seems like it's gonna be PlayStation only so far.
Yeah, Naughty
Oh,
Dog
no.
games, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure they usually are, at least at first, PlayStation
I
exclusive.
think so.
And then they take a while to come out, and again, I could be wrong about that, but
I
I'm
mean,
pretty
Well, I
sure.
I
know you
have a
can get Crash
PlayStation.
on
I
your
just
computer now, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sean says we were
Thanks.
correct.
so
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
it'll probably come out for PlayStation for
Which
Yeah.
means I have to go buy
I
a new PlayStation whenever this comes out, but it'll probably be at least a few years at the
Oh, it'll be a
minimum,
while,
so
yeah.
we have time.
Yeah. I have a PlayStation. I just don't play it that often because when I play video games, I want to stream.
same.
Yeah.
And I can't stream in there cuz people are sleeping, you know? Like,
Mhm.
oh,
Yeah.
Sean said we could loan you ours to play it.
Oh, that would
But
be really nice. Yeah.
after I beat the game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. The game's gonna come out and you're like, here you go.
Yeah, no, I'm playing it first.
Yeah.
But another
Yeah,
reason I'm excited is the cast so far.
Hmm.
It's got some
Yeah.
cool people. Like I love Kumail Nanjiani. He's going to be one of the members of the Five Aces, which is who she's hunting, and I
Hmm.
think a former member of. Not sure on that, but it kind of seems to imply it in the trailer.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys noticed that, but towards the beginning of the trailer, where it's like panning the camera over while she's searching for the remote to answer the call, it
Hmm.
shows all the like newspaper clippings and stuff like that, and there's a picture of her drinking with one at least confirmed member of the Five Aces, which is played by Kumail Nanjiani, the one that she's sent to go hunt down.
Yeah.
And then four or three other people. So there's five people total in the picture, and she's drinking with them, and it seems like they're friends. So I have a feeling she's an ex-member,
Yeah, that's what it seems
which
like.
is interesting.
Yeah.
Which makes me
Yeah.
think there's some bad blood there, you know?
Could be. I mean, give me all the drama, I'm here for
Yeah.
it.
I need to know that
same.
backstory.
I
Hmm.
know. I love a good story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And I can't
Story is
remember her
important.
name, the girl that's playing the main
Um,
character, but I've seen her in other things and she's been amazing. So
yeah.
I
Same.
am like very excited about this game and I know they're gonna treat it well.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good game.
It's also going to have Tony Dalton from Better Call Saul and Troy Baker from Last of Us.
Hmm.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, Last of Us is another Naughty Dog game, so that's not
Yeah.
surprising. But
Yeah.
that's going to be really cool. I'm excited for the cast. I'm excited for the plot. I'm excited to go to space.
Space. I wanna go.
Space. And I'm excited to play a hot, strong female character.
Yeah. Hmm.
Hell yeah. Get
Hell
it.
yeah.
I'm gonna
I
survive
always
that
love
planet.
playing games like that.
Me too. They automatically win points just having a female main character, just because
Absolutely.
it's like we went without for so long.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
long.
So long, and now give them to us, please. And
Yeah,
they
and the ones
are.
that we did get were like, Laura Croft, you
Yeah,
know,
pointy titties.
pointy titties, super showy
Did you
clothes. Like we don't get a
did you
normal
also
lady.
mention the Witcher 4? How we're
I
getting
haven't
a
yet, but that
female in
one
that?
is exciting. I
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
love
another
that.
one.
I'm
Yeah, that one will be a good one. I'm
I think
excited
that'll
for.
be the first one I play in the series, honestly. Like I don't get me
Oh
wrong,
yeah,
they
I'm
all
gonna
look
try it
amazing,
more.
Yeah.
but I've I just haven't played them yet, really. I played a little bit here and there when Sean passes me the controller or whatever, but mostly I just have
Hmm.
enjoyed watching him play them. But
That's
now
fair.
playing as Siri, that sounds fun. That sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. The other games had a mode where it was like mostly story, and so I'm hoping this fourth one has one because I don't really like the whole fight a thing a bunch of times.
Yeah, it
So
seems like
we'll
there
see
will
if
be.
there's a mostly story mode. Because
Yeah,
then I'll
it seems like
like
there
the
will be
story.
a lot of narrative, but also like I think the reason why is because Geralt isn't very open to getting close to people. So there's very few characters that you interact with on a regular basis and like grow the story with. So I think that's part of why there's not as much. But with Siri, like it seems like she's a lot more in touch with her emotions and a lot more open to getting to know the world.
Hmm.
So I think that there will be a good amount of story, and I think that from what I've read, it seems like there's going to be a lot of change that can happen depending on your actions. And that I'm really excited for. I want to see the world change around me. That's always
Yeah.
something that makes me so excited to play a game again.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah,
replayability is so important. You gotta make it to where it can be different each time.
absolutely. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, like, the first, or well, not the first game, but the first Witcher game that I played was Witcher 3. I'm probably not going to go back and play the other ones. I've watched playthroughs of them, and they're just kind of too old now for me to want to go back and
Yeah,
play. But
that's
I
fair.
mean, Witcher 3, I will still recommend that you play. Like, the graphics, they still hold up. There's mods that you can download even to make them better. And I think they actually came out with a patch not too long ago to make the graphics better. Um, so I always recommend going back and playing Witcher 3 again, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what
That's just
Sean's
me. Because you
saying
can
too. So
also, yeah, you can also play as Ciri in Witcher 3
yeah,
briefly. Like, it's the first time you play as her, so
yeah. I
It's
remember
a
Sean
little
mentioning
important.
that.
I'm planning,
Yeah.
Jesse already has them, so I'm like game share, and then I'll just try it that way. And then
Hmm.
Yeah.
he is gonna get the fourth one for sure. So we can
Yeah.
just game share it if I want to play it.
Yeah, and I mean, what you could do, like, if you're not crazy about the combat, just turn it down to the easiest setting, and then you
Yeah.
have a whole bunch of story that you can focus on. There you go.
Yeah, Sean says there's a high-res
Yeah,
texture
that's what I was
mod
doing.
and graphical
Hmm.
enhancement mod for 3. So yeah,
Yep.
you could play it and make it look pretty.
Yeah. There's a lot of Witcher 3 mods.
Yeah, I'm
So,
sure.
yeah.
Games like that, they're always gonna have a lot of mods.
Hmm.
You guys
Yep.
keep freezing on and off for me. Am I freezing for you guys?
A little bit
Um,
here and there, but mostly just like cutting in and out, like not fully freezing.
yeah.
Huh. So I wonder if it's happening on the full thing or just for me.
Is it just video or audio too?
Well, the audio doesn't, well, the video cuts out for sure.
Okay,
Yeah, the
The
video
audio
doesn't
doesn't.
work at all.
weird. Might have to mess with some stuff and figure it out before next time, but oh well.
Oh well.
But yeah, that trailer
Yeah.
looked fantastic, and
Oh,
I
it did.
think I think that just seeing her be actually like passionate about helping people and trying to get people to see the reality of what they're doing and things like that. That sounds like fun to me.
Yeah.
I like to do that, so
Hmm.
it feels right for me. I
Yeah.
think that's gonna be my break into the series for sure.
Yeah, I
But
think this game is going to introduce a lot of people to the series for once.
mhm,
So, yeah, I'm excited.
yeah.
I'm glad that they're getting away from Geralt. They've finished up his story in 3. I'm glad they're leaving it alone. They're moving on to Ciri.
Sean says he may be able to help you with your settings before next time.
Okay.
Get some stuff figured out so it's a little bit smoother. I did hear that a lot of people are kind of upset that Geralt won't be the lead, but like I'm not.
Yeah, it's the
That's
people that
most
I've heard
people who
that
are for
from.
change.
Yeah, the people I've heard that from are mainly people who are upset that there is a female lead and that it's Ciri and that
Oh,
they just
yeah.
want another male
Like,
lead.
how did you not
Um,
expect
Who would
that
you think
though?
would be the lead,
yeah,
though, if
Like,
it was a female?
yeah,
and
I
the
don't know.
studio
You would
says that
assume.
it was always their intention for Ciri to be the next Witcher.
Hmm.
She
Yeah,
was always going to be the next star.
yeah,
So it's not like this is just something that's getting thrown out there,
yeah. It's just a random
randomly. Like,
decision,
no, it was something that they've
right?
been planning from the beginning. That's why you play as her in 3, is because they wanted to introduce you to her character and those mechanics and, all of that. I'm excited to see how her magic interacts with the Witcher abilities and
Yeah,
all kinds of stuff. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't be pumped for that. Like, just because it's a female? Come on. Grow up.
yeah.
Get better
That's
opinions.
very fair, Sean. You like your man candy. I mean, I do too, but also like Siri,
Don't get me
damn,
wrong, Geralt
dude.
is
She's hot.
hot,
Oh,
but
he
so is
was man
Ciri.
candy.
Yeah. Being a bisexual is the best way to live in this world, I gotta tell
Really,
ya.
yeah. For real. You're attracted to everyone.
Yeah,
Also
it's a
kind of a
win-win no
problem.
matter what.
Yeah.
A little bit of a problem, but more
It
of
can
a
be.
win, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
I can
I
appreciate an attractive female lead
Hmm.
as I can appreciate an attractive male lead. And I
yeah.
actually generally prefer being able to play a woman if I could. In
Yeah.
some games, I'm like, oh, they only have men that I can play men.
Yeah.
But like, so I'm fine with whatever.
Yeah. Hmm.
Sean
They're
says
both good looking
if
for me.
you play ladies, you get to look at their butts. So at least the people who
Yeah.
are afraid of lady main characters can have that to look forward
Yeah.
to.
Exactly.
I mean, you can look at a dude's butt too, just like you
Yeah,
could also
true.
look at the
You
six pack.
could. And Geralt has a nice one, I gotta
He
say. He
does.
has a
Yeah,
nice ass.
He does.
yeah.
I'm wondering if there's gonna be a horse that gets stuck on the roofs or not in the new one. Because I feel like it's
Oh,
kind
I
of a
mean,
staple. Like, we need it, right?
yeah. Yeah.
It's gotta be there.
It has to be Roach Jr. or whatever, you know?
Yeah. I feel like she'll pick a much more, like, pretty fantasy name for her horse, I
I
think.
hope so, but
I feel like
imagine
she
if it's
will.
just Roach again.
It's just Roach, but slightly different color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That would be great. Can't wait to see it stuck on the roof again.
Yeah, I know, right? 10 out of 10 game.
I'm really sad that they didn't go for realism in the show and do that, because, like,
Yeah.
I hadn't
they missed
I haven't
opportunity.
seen as much of the game, so I don't know the whole reference you guys are saying.
Oh, it's just a weird
It's
bug, I guess,
yeah, it's a
that'll
bug.
happen with your horse.
It just like glitches up onto
Oh.
roofs nearby and stuff like that for whatever reason, and then your horse is just on a
Yeah.
roof.
Yeah. Roach just does whatever Roach wants.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty
you know.
much. I
Yeah.
actually that kind of reminds me of like a restaurant that I heard of that has a roof that's covered in grass, and they have like a ramp that goes up there, and they have a like team of goats that go up and trim
Oh,
it and like
yeah.
keep it mowed by just eating the grass. That sounds awesome. I want to go there.
That's
Yeah.
really cute.
That is
I mean, it probably
cute.
stinks, but it's cute.
Yeah, it's probably okay
Maybe on the
inside, I
outside,
imagine.
yeah.
Yeah. But walking in, you're not going to be appetized until the door closes behind you.
Yeah, true. And then it
Well, they could
better
have
be the
music
best damn
for
food
the
I've ever
goats in there
had.
too.
Yeah, for sure. Better not be a disappointment. I had to smell goat shit to get in here.
Yeah.
um, Another game that's coming out that I'm probably not gonna play, to be honest, but it looks good. Uh, Not my thing, but Sean will probably play it. Elden Ring Night Rain
Oh, yeah.
is
Oh yeah,
actually
Jesse will
confirmed not
probably
gonna
play that too.
be. It's not gonna be a DLC. It's gonna be a standalone game.
Hmm.
Um, 3 players, like that's just 3 players.
Yeah.
Um, or solo. Uh, and it seems to be almost a roguelike. Kind of like it says that you have to survive a 3 day and night cycle, and
Oh, yeah.
you fight a boss at the end of each day, and then you fight one of a handful of night lords on the final night.
Hmm.
Which makes me think it's a roguelike, at least kind of.
Yeah, that's
Um,
actually what it looked like to me in the
yeah,
trailer. Like when I first saw it, it kind of reminded me of Dynasty Warriors, like Sean said.
yeah,
Like I don't play Elden Ring and I probably won't play it, but at first I thought it was just a DLC and then it was
yeah, me
like, no, it's
too.
a new standalone and I'm like, what? Like, okay. Interesting. And I'm happy for the people that are excited about it,
Yeah.
but I'm also a little concerned about it because it is something new for the universe.
Yeah. I'm not gonna play it either. I don't.
Yeah.
I assume Jesse's going to, but he hasn't been like raving about it or
Yeah.
anything. So
I'm
Yeah.
sure him and Sean will at least try it and then probably not touch it again if they don't like it.
Yeah.
possible, so
You at
possible.
least got to give it a try, you know? It's a game from a series that you love. You got to try it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
At
And
least see
this
how shit
time,
it is.
when you're multiplayer, you both get something from it instead of it just being like nothing for one person.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hopefully you at least 'cause it's going to be like pre-made characters that you choose from. I think there's eight pre-made characters to
Oh
choose
yeah,
from to
there
play
are
as.
pre-made characters, pre-chosen
Mm.
characters. You're right. I
Yeah,
forgot about
that's
that.
kind of not one of my favorite things in a game.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Yeah.
like one of the bigger turnoffs. I already
Yeah.
probably wasn't gonna play it, but pre-made characters, eh. But I
Yeah,
mean, I guess it
especially if
worked out well for
it's
Baldur's Gate 3. There's that, but
yeah, but then you can still make your own character as
yeah,
well in
for
Baldur's
sure,
Gate.
they still have
But
that option.
yeah, like having 8 different characters that are pre-made, I don't know, I just feel like they should have made it you make your own character rather than having 8. It
Yeah,
just either
I
only
mean,
have me select one that you made or give me the option to make my own.
yeah,
yeah, some games I'm fine with a pre like selected characters like say Left 4 Dead. You get like 4 characters to pick from. I'm fine with
yeah.
Yeah.
that
That makes
one, but
sense.
like other games I like to pick a character
Yeah.
if it's
Hmm.
more like
Well, it's
more
also
to it.
it's also coming from a series of games where you do have that character customization. So you're going from every single Dark Souls game having a way to make your own character as ridiculously as you want
Mhm.
to picking from 8 pre-mates.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, maybe there's Sean is saying that he would assume there's a custom character. Maybe. Uh,
Yeah.
but it seems, from what I've read, it doesn't seem like there will be. But who knows? Maybe they'll listen to feedback and make it a thing.
Maybe.
We'll see. It'll probably be a while before it comes out anyway, because it is 2025 release, but no window, so probably going to be the end of the year.
Yeah,
Would
if it
be my
doesn't get
guess.
delayed, like
Yeah.
most games get
Yeah.
delayed at least once.
Oh yeah.
So.
Honestly, I'm okay with it though. Like, I'd rather you delay the game and have it come out later and good and
Yeah.
complete than
Mhm.
to rush it out on the shelves and then have to fix a bunch of bugs and then realize these
Absolutely.
fucking just holes in the game where it's just not done. It's
Yeah.
just unfinished. I
Yeah.
don't want that. I'd rather
Yeah.
you give your team the time that they need to get it done right instead of giving them a deadline and forcing them to overwork themselves until the game becomes shit because they're not trying as hard because they're too
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why that's
just
so
give them
hard for game
time.
studios to do. Like,
Exactly.
just
Yeah.
calm down a little bit. It'll come out and it'll be great when it comes out, or
Yeah.
it'll be terrible because you rushed the release. Like, I feel like a really good example of that with a game I've played is Cyberpunk 2077. I played it on release day and I played it, I think last time I played it was like 6 months ago or something like that. Totally different game. If they had just waited a couple more years, it would have been great upon release.
Yeah.
But it wasn't because they rushed it. Um, and I mean, they were working on it for a very long time, but they rushed the end process of
Yeah.
it.
Sorry, you
That's
cut out
unfortunate.
for me. What game was that?
Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
yeah, that I've played too, and I haven't gone back to it for a
Yeah.
while, but I
It's a lot better
I've
now.
liked it. Yeah. Yeah, I know, and I think I have the DLC too, and I'm like haven't even gotten I started a new game and I'm not even close to getting to the DLC. I should play that sometime soon.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
absolutely should. I haven't gotten around to the DLC, but Josh did play it and he enjoyed it too. So, I guess it like caps the
Yeah.
story really well versus like the end of the original game kind of left it a little open.
Mm.
But I don't know. I haven't really looked into it too much. Spoilers.
Yeah, I haven't fully finished the original game before the new thing came out, but
Hmm.
I think I was getting pretty close to making some decisions and so
Yeah.
Making some decisions.
yeah, well, some decisions that are like
Yeah.
not interchangeable. I did really like, I think River. I really
Oh
liked
yeah.
River.
River's
Yeah.
cool. I always go
I
for
don't know.
Judy though, 'cause I always play female
Well, I
V and
go
I
for
like being
everyone.
gay.
I go for everyone. So
That's fair. Yeah.
I
Anytime
never
I
get
can.
jealous or anything. So
Yeah. Anytime I can date anyone, I will. And like Baldur's Gate is one of those where I'm like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
download a mod so I can romance all of them.
Yeah. I think I do kind of like
yeah.
instinctively go for the gayest character when you can romance someone. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
why, it just feels right. Which is
Hmm.
probably why I went for Astarion so quickly, because he like just
Oh,
emanates that
he's so nice though.
that that
Yeah.
that
I
gay
love him.
confidence, you know?
Hmm.
I love it.
Yeah.
But also
He's
he's a
got the
terrible person
Riz.
and an asshole, but I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
He's
still
the
in the
only
process
one.
of romancing him.
If
They're
anyone
all
in
kind
real
of
life was
terrible.
like him, I would hate them, but he's not real, so it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. He's a
Yeah.
vampire. It's okay. It's excusable.
Yeah.
And if you're playing an evil character, then he's totally acceptable.
Yeah, I actually
Exactly.
am going to be romancing him on my Dirge playthrough because
Yeah, that's what I was
I've heard
doing.
it's the best combination.
Hmm.
So I gotta see what it's like. I'm playing a
It
Dirge
is
for the
really
first
good.
time, which I didn't expect to do. And I have already romanced Astarion, but I haven't finished that playthrough because I'm pretty sure the save is going to be corrupted unless I can remember every single fucking mod that I had downloaded before. And I
Yeah.
don't want to break it, so I'm just going to
Hmm.
play through on my Dirge instead. And I feel like he's just the right romance for that, but also I would like to actually be able to finish his romance arc
Mhm.
And I'm not going to be
Same.
able to get that from my original playthrough because it's broken. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, I'm just gonna do it on that one, and I think that it'll be a better combo anyway because on my first one I was playing towns, so I was like I want to help everyone, like
Yeah. Opposite of what Astarion wants to do in
yeah,
the
the
beginning of the
opposite.
game.
But he loved me. Everyone was like, "Man, it's so hard to get Astarion to love you." I'm like, "Really?" Cuz I legitimately just played the game how I normally play. Impossible to be mean to NPCs.
Mhm.
And he loves me. Like, he disapproved of a few things, but he has stuck with me. I got to the beginning of Act 3 and he's like obsessed with me. So
Because you chose the best options that you possibly could with the highest acceptance on other things, and so it
oh,
just
so it
like
just
evened it out
balances
and then
out.
pushed it up. Yeah.
Yeah, my first playthrough, it was before, because I think Jesse was the player one, so I don't think I could have romanced really. And then they
Mm,
eventually like updated it and stuff, and so I haven't gone back to that one. In my second one, I have been going for Astarion, but
Mhm.
I haven't played it in a while, and she is a dark urge, but she hasn't been evil evil.
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't yet, but I'll get there.
Yeah.
It's definitely
Gotta ease in.
possible to be a good dirge. There's only one
Yeah.
thing that you do that is completely like you can't avoid it.
Yeah.
But besides that, like you can be a good dirge, and I did complete one of my playthroughs like that, and it was
Yeah.
Yeah.
actually my favorite one because it gives you way more story when you're a dirge. So I don't think I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
ever going to be playing anything that's not a dirge anymore.
Yeah,
I
it's
have a
fair.
dirge right now, and she's already committed one crime.
Crimes.
I've only done so far the one that's not optional, but I think I'm playing her as like she's good-ish, but she has a short temper. So like if someone pisses her off enough, she's gonna count
Yeah,
that as you deserve to die.
yeah.
Like so I think that's how I'm gonna do it with her, and I think that'll make Astarion like me more, but also I think it'll be fun and it'll be a way where I can be nice to most people as long as they're not fucking assholes. And then if they're assholes and they piss me off enough, I'm gonna be like, okay, fuck it, you die.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then one character that I'm for sure gonna kill when I come to him is the monster hunter in the
Oh,
swamp.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna kill him because I think that that would make Astarion very happy.
Yeah,
Oh,
he doesn't like
yeah.
it when the monster hunter's chasing after him. And I'm trying to
Yeah,
remember the exact like way to do it, but yeah, you'll get
I'll figure
approval
it
for
out.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm for sure gonna be making that decision at least. But
Hmm.
I might kill more people. We'll see.
Kill all the
It'll
people
be
for
fun.
Astarion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of
Everyone.
Valerian though,
Hmm.
that speech
Yes. Yeah.
at
Yep. Our
the Game
guy,
Awards.
Sven.
Yep.
Hmm.
He made an amazing speech at the Game Awards.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched the video, Michaela, but basically he called everyone out. He's like,
Yeah.
"This is where you're fucking up."
Hmm.
Good for him.
Yeah,
Good for
honestly,
him.
it needed to be said, and I'm
Yeah.
glad he said it where he did at the Game Awards, while there were people sitting in that audience that are the
Yeah.
people that he was calling out. He looked them straight in the eye and called them out, and I respect
Yeah.
him so much for that.
Yes. So proud.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah, he did a great job. I think some of my favorite quotes I wrote down some quotes from it because I loved them.
Yeah.
Um, One is very simple, change is coming.
Hmm.
I fucking hope he's right, and I
Me
hope
too.
it's in the way that he's thinking it's going to be.
Yeah.
Because I genuinely think that if everyone ran their studio like he does, gaming would just be better.
Yeah.
It would
Yep.
just be better, simply. Like, I don't think that
Hmm.
there's any other way to put that other than, like, our games would be higher quality because they're taking care of their employees instead of
Yep.
rushing them with deadlines and I can't remember what it's called, but there's something that they do crunch time. Crunch time is what
Yeah.
it's called. When they're
Hmm.
like getting close to a deadline, they start working everyone overtime. that doesn't work. They've seen
Nope.
proof that it doesn't work, and they keep doing it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, Larian is doing so good in so many ways, and look at their games.
Yeah, it's
They're
incredible.
amazing. One of the
Yeah.
best games I've ever played in my life.
Yep. Yep.
Like, I haven't even beat it, and I'm already saying that. And I've heard great things about the end.
I know,
So
right?
I
it's
agree.
really
Haven't
that
beat
simple.
it. One of the best games.
Yeah, for
Absolutely. I
sure.
mean, I have
One of the best games.
almost 600 hours in that, and
Yeah,
that is
that's
actual
crazy. I
playtime.
don't,
That's not me
but
going
I'm
AFK or
serious.
anything. Like, I
I try to
have
not go
poured
AFK
I
in
so
almost
games.
never
much of
do.
my
My
life into
hours are
it.
real hours.
I only have
Yeah.
167, but now that we've been talking about it so much, I think I'm gonna start playing it again.
Absolutely,
I
you
don't
should,
know. I
because
don't know.
Yeah.
it's my favorite game. And
Well,
it's
I
worth it
wanna.
because you can see like the passion that they put
Yeah.
into the game. You can see that the employees actually liked building what they were doing. And it was just refreshing, I would say, because I've
Yeah.
been playing so many games that don't have the same vibes.
I
And you can tell
think.
like they're just
Yeah.
not, I don't know.
I think in order for me to start playing it more often again, I think me and you are gonna have to start a playthrough because you and I game
Yeah.
together more often than I
Hmm.
game with anyone else,
Hmm.
and I don't game alone super often, and that's the only way
Yeah.
I'll play my dirge usually. I mean, I guess I could
I'm
have someone in
down.
voice chat with me, but like I don't want to ask that of anyone. If they're down, like sure, but I'm not
Hmm.
gonna be like, hey, do you want to sit in voice chat while I play a game and talk at you?
Yeah.
Like and
Yeah.
read all my dialogue out loud to you for some reason. Like I feel like you're the only one that would probably be down for that.
Yeah, I
But
mean, I've watched so much of this game already because I've
yeah.
played so much of it. But
But I also think a playthrough together would be really fun.
yeah, I'm down.
That
Absolutely,
would
yeah.
be awesome. Cause
Hmm.
then we
I'll
could
force you to
we should
finish it.
also get that mod where you can romance everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but playing with you I think would be the most likely way that I'm gonna finish it anytime in the nearest future.
Hmm. Probably because I mean, you have to put a lot of hours into it, like a lot.
Yeah.
Um, and I get that it takes a lot of time to beat the game, but at this point, I've beat it 3 times,
Yeah.
and that's a lot for me. I don't usually finish games. I will start them and then never finish them. And the fact that I've beat this game 3 times really
Yeah.
says a lot about how good this game is.
Yeah. Michaela, do you know how many hours you have in it?
I
I don't
just
know if
looked
you
at.
can
I
see.
have 116.
Oh, so
Nice.
close to mine. Mine's 167.
Yeah.
Not even that far off.
It's pretty far. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty far off.
You're a little far
Yeah.
off, but compared to Sarah's hours, I think we're pretty close.
Yeah. I was just think. It's been a while since I've like played it.
Yeah,
Maybe I'd
it's been
play
a
it
bit for
again
me.
soon. Jesse
Yeah.
would be happy about it because he's the one that plays it with me.
If I can get a day job, you and I would be able to game together a whole lot more too, and then we
Yeah.
could start a playthrough together as well. Or maybe like me, you, Jesse, and Sean could all play
Yeah,
together.
that's
I think
true.
that would be fun because we'd have a lot more time to do
Mhm.
so. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I need more playthroughs because
Mhm.
my only options right now with the games that I'm actively working towards completing are my solo dirge run, which I usually only play if I'm playing games alone,
Hmm.
or our big group, the Zoomies. And
Yeah,
it's
which is
so
so
hard to get all
rare.
four of us together, dude.
I know. I know.
It's like
The
almost
boys, they're
impossible to,
hard to
yeah,
game
fucking
with.
Josh and Todd, I'm calling you out. I don't think you're even watching my podcast, but I'm calling you out.
Calling them out. They're bad gamers.
Yeah, be better gamers.
Ooh,
Ooh,
she really said it.
yeah,
Called
I did.
out.
Hmm.
What's your response to that?
I know, right?
Nothing, because they don't even know we said it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
nothing will
know.
happen.
Oh well.
Um, Speaking of great speeches, though, or I guess important moments for the Game Awards, I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys saw it, but the Game Changer, or I know Sarah did. You watched the whole thing, but
Hmm.
the
I
Game
did.
Changer Award is a new award that they're doing. This year was the first one, and it makes me happy. I love that they're doing it,
Yeah.
but also who they chose to give it to. Amir Satvat.
Mhm.
He's being recognized for helping laid off game devs to find work in the community. And
Mhm.
that's really hard to do. You got to know people. So having his
Yep.
resources has helped I think, almost 1,000 people find work. And that's so important with all the layoffs that have been happening the last few years. And I mean, that's
Mhm.
part of why a lot of the games that have came out have been unfinished and not felt like a whole game is because
Yeah.
they're now also dealing with shorthand or being shorthanded. Like they were
Mhm.
already dealing with so much stress and shit, and now on top of that, layoffs everywhere. The game devs that are still there are struggling because they have to pick up the slack of all those people that were laid off, and then you have the laid off people who are now just out of work after who knows how long of a career.
Yeah. Right. It's
Like,
so important to have someone like this in the gaming community now where he's actually helping people rather than trying to take advantage of people. Like I feel like a lot
yeah,
of businesses have been. I don't know, it's just it was really nice seeing him up on stage too. Like he was so nervous and you could tell,
yeah.
but I don't know. It was just a really sweet moment.
It was. I definitely cried watching
Yeah.
the video that
Mhm.
played before he
Oh.
came up on
Yeah,
stage.
me
It
too.
was it was just beautiful, and it's cool to see how many people he's helped, but it's also like he's not taking money for that. Like
Mhm.
he's doing all of that for free just because he wants to help people. And now
Yeah.
he's getting hate. I didn't add that to my notes because
Mhm.
I found that out later, but he he started receiving hate online saying that he's just there to make make it look like they care when while simultaneously celebrating the uh the very people that have caused all of those layoffs.
What?
Yeah, and he's even been getting messages and stuff about his family.
What the hell is wrong with
Yeah,
people?
I don't
Like,
understand. He's this great guy that's done these great
Yeah.
things for so many people, and
yeah.
you're gonna go and bully him and his family? What the hell?
See, this is why I can't stand the internet. Like, people, they just have too big of a platform to push out their shitty opinions that no one should hear. Because this guy is actually doing good, and there's not a lot of people that are actually doing good things for people nowadays anymore. Like,
And also,
why?
even if he is doing it for the
I know.
recognition, which I doubt, he seems to be genuine, but even if
Mhm.
he is doing it just for the recognition, who fucking cares? He's doing it. It's
Yeah,
happening
exactly.
for
Yeah.
free. The service is out
Mhm.
there for people to
Exactly.
use for free to get into jobs. Who cares why he's doing
Yeah. It's
it?
helping people.
Either way, he's helping
Yeah.
thousands of people. So who
Mhm.
cares?
People just need
Yeah.
something to complain
Pe-
about.
yeah, people just need
It's
something to be angry at
yeah.
all given points in time.
Yeah,
I agree, Sean. That man is a treasure. Thank you,
he
Amir
really
Satbot,
is.
for saving our community.
Yeah. Yep.
Because, fuck, we need it right now, dude.
We really,
Yeah.
really need it. And yeah, him and Swen both just, I
Yeah.
love both of them, and we need more of them in the gaming community. And I think he's right. I'm pretty sure change is coming. There are more
I
people that are
agree.
getting into the gaming industry now, or even people that are breaking apart from the more toxic companies that are making their own studios now.
Yeah.
And we're starting to see some of those games come out, and they're incredible.
Yeah.
Um,
We're seeing a
so
lot
yeah.
more independent creators nowadays. So
Hmm.
it is changing. I also think
Mhm.
that even just amongst the fans, I think that is helping create change too because there are so many more like gaming is a much wider community than it has ever been.
Yeah.
And I think that having such a large community means you have more people within that community that are rooting for the studios that are actively doing good.
Hmm.
And that's
Yeah.
important.
That is very important. Yeah.
So
That's
I
why I've
think,
been such a big fan of Larian, and anytime
mhm,
I can, I'm like singing their praises because
mhm,
they deserve it.
they do.
They're one of the only ones out there right now that are doing good, and they're leading the way towards change, like he said.
Change is coming. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even say my other
Just.
favorite quote. I forgot. I got distracted
Oh
because
yeah.
I'm dumb. Uh,
You're
the
not dumb.
one of my other favorite things that he said was they cared about their game because they loved their game. It's really that simple. It
Yep.
is. If
Mhm.
you care about the thing you're doing, it's gonna be good. You don't need to
Yeah.
worry about all these gimmicky bullshit things to charge people for. Yeah, sure, that does make you money, but
Mhm.
eventually it poisons your product.
Exactly.
I'd
Yep.
say immediately it poisons your product, but even to the fans, eventually it poisons your product.
Mhm.
And I think that it's really important that they know that it's so simple that you just make something you would want to play.
Yeah. It's just that simple. That's all we want.
Like I have a game that I would like to make and
Mhm.
I want to make it because I want to play it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like
And we haven't seen
and I
anything like
think
it
that's going to
before.
make it good.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And it's going
Yep.
to take aspects from all the games that I love and I'm going to use that as inspiration to make it as good as I possibly can because I want to play it.
Yeah.
Like that's all it takes.
Yeah. Just a little bit of passion. That's all it needs.
You don't got to do
Mhm.
gimmicks. You don't got to do
Mhm.
paywalls. Just make something good
Yep.
and give
Exactly.
your staff the recognition and money that they deserve.
Yep.
Especially that
They're not
second
just
one.
numbers. Yeah.
Appreciation does nothing if you don't show it physically.
Exactly.
Mhm.
I think that's a good note to end on. Thank you
Yeah.
to Larian Studios and
Yes.
to people like Amir Satvat. And
Mhm.
cheers.
Yeah. Cheers. Yay.
Kitty boy.